Welcome to 411 Carline. We're at 411carline.com. We have free Carfaxes available on our website. All of our vehicles are inspected prior to being put up for sale. This one went to the Phoenix in St. Louis Park. They've been specializing in Euros since the early 1980s. So we have a 1986 Porsche 911 Carrera Cabrio. I pulled it inside. It's nice and sunny out, so we would have got a nice light day today, but it's a little warm, and we've got the CrossFit gym next door, so it's a little quieter in here. So this vehicle is a definite driver. It has Minnesota collector plates. If it went out of state, obviously those would be taken off. It has 80,941 miles on it. Does have fog lights. Also has headlamp washers here. I've personally driven it about 20 miles or so. It actually drives very well. I was pretty impressed. Tires are in excellent condition. They're Continental. I think they're Pro Contact or Control Contact. So high quality all-season tires. Wheels are original. They appear original. They're in pretty good condition. There's a couple nicks and stuff, not 100% brand new, of course. It is a 1986, but for the year and the miles, I would say they are definitely in above average condition. They all hold air as well. They didn't lose any air through the winter. We stored this car this winter, so this will show you a good tread depth picture here. Paint is in overall good condition for an 80s car. It's not perfect. It's not museum quality. There are a couple imperfections. It has been buffed and waxed and detailed and everything. I'll go over the imperfections towards the end. Interior is leather. Everything's power windows, except I believe the mirrors. That actually is something that I'll have to look at. I also am not 100% positive on the locks, but door cards and everything look to be in pretty good condition. It's got the original VIN information here. Doesn't appear, the edges all appear pretty clean. I don't see any signs of paint marks or paint work or anything like that. The seats are actually really nice. I've looked at some other ones. I just saw one sell today that had rips and tears. These are actually in pretty good condition, you can see. The visors are as well. I'll move this so you can see these original floor mats. It also has cocoa mats. Those are in the front boot. As far as the interior goes, the AC works, the climate control works. I haven't found anything that doesn't work. We just had the AC converted to R134 and had it freshened up. It has a newer compressor. This car did come with a bunch of receipts. It does have an aftermarket head unit here. It works. As I mentioned, the AC works. I did notice the edge of this little button is missing, so I will have to take a look at that and see if I can source one of those. So you can see here it has 80,941 miles. Dash pad looks to be in good condition too. I didn't really see anything. Maybe one sign of a prior repair like right here, but that's just me being picky. Passenger seat. So steering wheel all looks pretty good as well. I didn't see any major wear, just your average, couple nicks here and there. This is a definite driver. Power windows both work. Back seats here. I did notice, obviously, it's old brittle plastic, so these seat belts have a little bit of cracking around them. The seat backs looked like they were in excellent condition, I would call them. There was one little nick on this seat. We'll probably have our interior guy take a look at that. Otherwise, the back seat is excellent as well. Some people watching this might know more about factory audio systems than I do in these. I don't know a lot about them, but I'll show you the back speakers here. And the front speakers, I'm not sure. They look fairly original, but I'm not 100% sure on those. We'll go to the passenger side and then I'll open the engine bay. Passenger side door card looked good as well. Didn't see anything that really jumped out at me. Floors look good. I did notice obviously some wiring with the aftermarket head unit there. We obviously, when we had it inspected, didn't have any of that. Everything's working, so we just left it be. The passenger seat is mint. It looks like it hasn't been really used all that much. And again, we're in the back seat here. The boot here looks fairly good. Looks like it could use a wash, honestly. Other than that, I did see a couple of nicks, but now I'm not seeing them. Maybe it's on the other side. Maybe like right here on the edge. Nothing to be concerned about, no tears or anything like that. I'll open both of these. So you can see the engine, you can see the new AC compressor here. Check the fluids and everything, seems good. The shop also checked the fluids. Runs really well. I just had it running outside for 20 minutes while I was taking pictures. I saw in the paperwork someone had done a compression test in 2018, I believe. Leak down test on it, and so that paperwork will be provided. We didn't personally do one, but I know that it's had some service in the area. Everything looks real original under here. It has had tune-ups and spark plug changes and valve adjustments. I saw that in all the paperwork as well. So again, you can see a little bit of wear from obviously the edge of the seal, but that just tells me that it hasn't had paint work back here, which is a good sign, obviously. Original paint is always good. The bumpers look good as well. I forgot to mention that. Bumpers and plastics all look pretty good. I just opened this, and of course I'm going to struggle with it again. There we go. So those are the cocoa mats. Under here it's pretty basic. That's a trickle charger there. It was plugged in while it was stored this winter. You can see the light under there works. Hood looks original as well. Hood looks original. You can see the original sticker there. One little tiny mark right there, probably from where you stick your fingers in. A couple of very small chips right along the edge. But otherwise, if you look, the edges of the car itself and the fenders look pretty clean. So I'll go over any imperfections that I spotted, just because this car is pretty specific. I saw there was a little, see that little droplet there in the paint? It almost looks like something dripped on it. You really have to look. It looks like someone might have tried wet sanding it. Must have been some sort of chemical. There's one little spot next to it too. I mean, you have to really be looking for it. Same with back at this corner. You have to be really looking for it. A little bit of touch up on the corner there, that bumper. I saw this stuff. I don't know if that's tar. Oh yeah, that's just That'll wipe right off, so that looks all good. The lenses all look fairly good. There's a little bit of stress cracking. Oh, that little scuff there too. Looks like someone might have tried to PDR this at one time. Also, when you're looking from 5 feet away, that's not noticeable. This lens has a very slight bit of cracking there as well. And then one other spot, it looks like someone might have tried some PDR at one point in time, or some old PDRs right there. Otherwise, I didn't really notice anything that really stuck out to me. The rockers all look pretty good as well. I'll see if we can get underneath here and see if we can focus. I don't believe this car's ever been driven in the winter based on the underside, at least in Minnesota. Looks like it's been stored every winter. I cannot confirm that, but just based on my knowledge of cars in Rust and cars in the Midwest, this one appears to be pretty clean underneath. Show you this rocker, and again underneath. Getting underneath the front here. Excuse my noises. As I get a little older, it's harder to stand up and get down on the floor. Someday maybe we'll have a hoist, so this will be a little bit easier. Of course, good time for police officers to drive by. Alright, so I'll do another video with the top up. I don't want to try and hold this phone and put the top up at the same time, but in this video I'll start it up for you. That's neutral. So it fires right up. Idle's pretty smooth, all the gauges look about right. I did see in here it does have the original cigarette lighter, which would go in here where someone has a USB. Again, 80,941. Looks pretty good. So we'll open that again. My phone picks up the valve train noise, so if it sounds ticky, that is going to be why, because it's just my phone picking that up. But she runs pretty well. Now again, this is after about 20 minutes of taking photos and everything. Oil pressure looks about right to me. Everything looks good. Some people like to see this, especially on diesel cars, but obviously this one is gas, so stay tuned. I'll make another video with the roof up, but again, you can see the marked photos and the free Carfax at 411carline.com. Give us a call at 952-540-9000 with any questions. Thanks for your time today.